and you shall find. Your boy is back. I said the bounce is back. Oh, we got to talk about it. What up, fight world? Your man Ego is back. The public done summons the boy. We got to get this work. Yeah. Y'all got to get the likes up, though. I ain't been streaming. I just been cutting content. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, let's make it a show. Hey, did y'all block that dude with the troll name? Bud Dis Boxingego, block that dude. He get blocked before the show. Hey, shooters, block Bud Dis Boxingego, click pound for pound, whatever that is. Block him. Yeah, we back. Listen, y'all do this every time when I haven't streamed in a little while. They think I'm gonna be rusty. They think Boxingego ain't the best in the business, that like I'm gonna have ring rust on the mic. Like I'm not the best in the business. Like the stream's gonna all of a sudden be hard because I haven't been actively streaming. You foolish mortals. When you're gifted, it don't even work like that. Blocked him. Yeah, we had to block him. Get these little crybabies out of my domain. Shout out to Sura for the block. My man Sura got the block already. He been cooked. Who else? Listen, step up right now so we can block you. Say something. I want you to say something crazy before I start this stream so the shooters can annihilate you in broad daylight. Rock-a-bye, baby. Please, if you're a Bud Buddy and you got something stupid to say, step up now. We gonna see. We gonna see who steps up. Please step up. We begging for you to step up. How was the vacation? I wasn't on vacation. I was still working. I ain't take no days off. What y'all talking about? This ain't no vacation. I just wasn't streaming. Listen, I am the Bruce Wayne of boxing. I'm Batman. The people of Gotham. No, not everything. If there's no crime, then Batman don't got to pop out. There wasn't nothing for me to pop out. I didn't feel the need to. But now there is a need because the haters is mad. The haters, they crying in the comment section. So your boy is back. Let's go. Shout out to my man from the 707. You feel me, man? Boxingego tapping in from the Flats, man. Yay area. You dig. Shout out to Kenya B, one of the first ladies of Ego's Army. It feels good to be back. I guess I wasn't getting the alert. Y'all gonna get the alert now because we up. I can't wait to start the stream. We just warming up the mic. The Bud Buddies, they being tortured right now. They being tortured. Everything your man Ego said is looking correct. And the Bud Buddies, they can't take it. They crying. They was crying in it. They like, oh, Ego, you're a liar. All you do is lie and hate on Bud Crawford. I ain't got to hate on nobody. I'm Boxingego. Why I got to hate on Terence Crawford? Huh? What reason do you think I need to hate on Terence Crawford? The truth is the truth. See, we live in such a soft society. And in that soft society, if you speak the truth, but people don't want to hear it, then you're often ostracized. And people say, oh, you're hating and this. There's no hate. Crawford is a great fighter, skilled fighter, right? He beat Madrimov, great. But the fight still flopped. Huh? Look, landslide. Stop hating on Terence. Ego, you don't even know how to spell the man's name. Why should I listen to you? Why should I listen to this man named Landslide and he don't even know how to spell the name of the man he's trying to protect? Block him. Get him out of here. You don't even know how to spell Terence's name. But I'm the hater. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a good one. I told you it's the beta males, bro. They be out here crying, weeping willow. Oh, Ego, you hate. But here's the thing. Notice they make it personal about Boxingego. They don't ever refute what's being said. No, listen. In this game of boxing, I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. All I want is a fair shake. My man said landslide about to get slid. Hey, he got slid. Shout out to Kenya B. Slid the boy.
Start. I don't feel so good.
Why don't Bud pay-per-view sales reflect his fan base? Because they're not real. Listen, we pose here at Ego's Army. We pose the real questions. Block Demetrius. We got the real questions. Listen, we on our third block. We on our third block. I ain't even start cooking. Oh, when they hate, donate. Cash App on the screen, $Boxingego. Throw a like on the video. Leave me a comment. Block Demetrius. He got to go. Listen, we having a party. We having a party. Yeah, we back. Kenya B said go. He said go start a family. Bro, they want me to start a family because I'm cooking. He don't know nothing about my personal life, but he said go start a family because I'm cooking. But guess what? The Bud Buddies can't save you. And here's the funny thing about it. All I'm saying is my opinion mixed with some facts, and they jumping out the window. Bud fans are hood rats. Hood rat. Like, what did the girl say on Friday? Hood rat. Notice, again, they talking about me personally and my personal life and go start a family, this, that, and the third. But they not talking about these weak pay-per-view numbers from Bud Crawford. Hey, talk about them numbers, cuh. I don't care about nothing else. We talk about Bud versus Madrimov and them weak numbers. Bro, this man Turkey bankrolled Bud Crawford, said he was a mega star, put Bud Crawford at the top. I told you that was a mistake. It was a mistake. They put him at the top of the card versus an unknown guy from Uzbekistan, Israil Madrimov. Nobody knew who that was. Bud is not this sensational, showman that is going to give you that in terms of promotion and like hype up the fight. Madrimov, he barely even speaking English. So he definitely wasn't going to do it. So you got Crawford. In the ring, he's Bud. Outside the ring, he's Dud. He's not going to give you that promotional push that you looking for. He show up to the media day with a do-rag on. Like bro, what? So he pull up with the do-rag on. Okay. Madrimov ain't going to talk spicy. They didn't really sell the fight. Turkey thought because Bud is a sensational fighter that was going to translate and you could just stick him in L.A. in my state of California. California love, doom, 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 in the city of Compton. We keep it rocking. Bro, how to party. Shake it, come on, shake it, baby, shake it, mama, shake it, pew. Bro, Bud is not Pac. You can't put him in L.A. in a soccer stadium. Oh my, keep it rocking. Those out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing Bud Buddy screaming, fiending for money and alcohol. The life of, bro. This is the life of a West Side player with countless. It's all ball. You put him in L.A. like he Pac. Why? Why did you put him in a soccer stadium in L.A.? I love L.A. Why? You gave him an Eminem concert. There's several different levels. The devil worshiping horses' heads, human sacrifices, cannibalism, candles and exorcism, animals having sex with them, camels, mammals, and rabbits, but I don't get into that. I kick the habit. I beat you to death with weapons and eat through the flesh, and I never eat you unless the meat looks fresh. I got a lion in my pocket. I'm lying. I got a 9 in my pocket, and baby, I'm just dying to cock him. He's ready for war. I'm ready for war. I got machetes and sword for any that said he was raw. Bro, you gave him a whole Eminem concert in L.A. and it still didn't do no numbers. Stop playing with me. Oh! You gave away a in car and it still ain't do no numbers, bruh. And y'all acting like Boxingego ain't the king of boxing talk. I told you, you can't just stick Bud anywhere. He ain't Jay-Z. Put me anywhere on God's green earth. I triple my worth, motherfucker. Bro, you can't just put him in there. That's why the Bud buddies is crying because they didn't want to listen. You gonna put Bud in L.A. like he Pac. And wonder why the numbers was doo-doo, baby. You gave him Mexican co-stars, Pitbull Cruz, Andy Ruiz Jr., and they saying the fight did 70 to 100K. Hey, bro, y'all thought he was Terence Shakur. What we talking about? And now they crying because what I said was true. Listen, the fight was cool. The fight was cool. You know what I mean? It was all right. But now they don't want to talk numbers with King Ego. They don't want to talk numbers with King Ego. But when Bud Crawford, he said, I don't know, this fight feel bigger than the Errol Spence fight. Ah! Heavens to Betsy. Bro, what? I told you, cap. Terence Bud Crawford had the audacity to say that somehow, in some way, Crawford Madrimov felt bigger than the Errol Spence fight. What? And I told you before the fight that was cap. Shout out to Sergio Medina. He said, hold on, I'm gonna put Sergio on the screen. Cause when I say it, they say I'm hating. When I say it, they say I'm hating. He said, I was at the fight, had floor seats next to the Eminem concert, and I could confirm they let in thousands for free before Eminem went on. Oh, somebody went to the fight. What'd they say? Bro, he on the screen. You see it? They wanted the Eminem concert to look full. Fake it till you make it. So they just let in people. They was giving away free tickets. Get your Crawford tickets. Bro, he said he was at the fight and they was giving away free tickets. My information, my intel said the same thing. Shout out to Barbara D. And for me saying these things, they never prove me wrong. They just say Ego, you're hating. That don't work with me. Prove me wrong or shut up. I don't know about that. 8, you sure? What the does that even mean? You're not even sure how to spell, so we don't care what you talking about. The man said, I don't know about that. 8, you sure? What? Tell me what that means. 8, you sure? This is the Bud Buddies' best offering. They keep saying I'm wrong, but they can't even spell simple words. 8, you sure? But I'm wrong. Okay. Let's go. 8, you sure? But Boxingego don't know what he talking about. Okay. What's this man say? Only haters pushing fake narrative like we care about numbers. Oh my gosh. This is what I'm talking about. Hey, buddy, stop the bullying. You're being rude. He can't even spell the word you're. Bro, get this man out of here. He need hooked on phonics immediately. He spelled you're being rude. Again, he can't spell the word you're. Goodbye. You're the weekend. I ain't done a stream in months, and I told you, I'm putting cases on all you, bro, I'm putting cases on all you Bud Buddies, huh? You think you can do this to me? Bro, Alonzo of boxing, I am the best in the business, and I'm putting cases on all you Bud Buddies, huh? 23-hour lockdown. Shoe program. Bro, I'm putting you on the shoe program. Huh? Yeah, after all I did for boxing, right? Yeah. Y'all said my channel was going to be over. After all I did for boxing, I gave you coverage, I gave you interview, I done it all. King Kong ain't got on me. He talk about, oh, come on, Ego, stop the bullying. You said something rude. Get off the channel. It's only going to get worse. I need my money. Jake! Bro, they going to call the cops on me today because the Bud Buddies, they down bad. Jake! Hold on. I got to close the back door because they going to hear me screaming on y'all. I'm screaming on y'all. Here's the problem. Jake! Yeah, so the Bud Buddies mad because Boxingego telling the truth, huh? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you mean to tell me Bud, he did good pay-per-view numbers there? Yeah, he fought a guy from Uzbek, huh? So that's what, hold on. So when I say these things, they say I'm lying. So you mean to tell me, huh? Yeah. Bud fought a guy that no one knew. Nobody seemed to know him. And he did good pay-per-view numbers. That's what you're telling me, huh? Shout out to Andre Noble. He sent $2, huh? He said $2 for the cook-up. Let's go. Yet again, these bums keep saying Boxingego is hating. Prove me wrong. That's all. I'm with that. Don't say nothing else if you ain't trying to prove me wrong. That's all I care about. Doghouse rules. If what I'm saying is inaccurate and the reports that I'm mentioning and stuff like that, then you show me what did Bud do? What are the pay-per-view numbers? Huh? Tell me if what I'm saying is a lie and everybody's just lying on Bud, then what were the true pay-per-view numbers, huh? I'm waiting. I told you, around these parts, none of that worked. That, oh, you're hating. Yeah, I'm doing my job, so I'm hating. Great. Now prove me wrong. Huh? Yeah, Boxingego's a hater. Cool. Prove me wrong now. They refuse to do it. Why would you think this fight would even do good? For real, for real. Yeah, we got a Cash App. Okay. Yeah. When they hate, donate. We got $5 in the Cash App. It's okay. It's okay, bud buddies. Y'all can't win. Shout out to K Boss for the $5 Cash App. Okay, so you guys heard me. Boxingego, I'm a hater, whatever. Now prove me wrong. So now that we've identified that Boxingego is the Terence Crawford hater and all this other stupid, throw all that on me. Okay, cool. I'm the Terence Crawford hater. Now, since we've established that, prove me wrong. What's good, Ego? You got Venmo. I'm the king of Venmo. I'm the Venmo villain, the PayPal prince, the Cash App cartel. The link is in the description of all of my videos if y'all want to support. All of them. Venmos, the PayPals, the Cash Apps, Super Chats on YouTube. It's all there. If y'all want to support, just go to the description. Shout out to CJ. So now, in the words of Eminem, who performed at a concert for a Crawford fight that didn't sell, in the words of Eminem, because I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? So whatever y'all saying, ego sucks. Okay, I suck. I'm a hater. Now that that's been established, tell me what the true numbers were. They're like, oh, this is a fake narrative. This is a fake narrative. Okay, then tell me what the real narrative is. You bums. Yeah, shout out to K Boss. He sent another $5. It's okay. Listen, I see boxing needs me. He said, buddies, eat this hate. Shout out to K Boss talking to Cash App. Listen, what is the real number? What is the real number then? Because everybody's reporting this is a failure. What is the narrative? Tell me what the narrative is then. If I'm a hater, then you tell me the real numbers. Why did you think this fight would do good? They didn't do a good job promoting. See, y'all got gassed because Turki bankrolled this fight and put up a bunch of gimmicks for Bud. Undercard, stacked gimmick. None of the fights really even lived up outside of Bacoli and Jared Anderson. None of the fights really lived up to what they were on paper. That's a thing. They had walking billboards, fireworks, an air show, an Eminem concert, a car giveaway, painted the stairs, Riyadh sees it, Crawford Madrimov, and billboards. And you and Terence Crawford got gassed up because they wasted a bunch of money, which Bob Arum told you about, and they wasted this money to make it look lit. But then men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The event wasn't lit like that. They gave away tickets. They slashed the prices on tickets, and it just didn't live up to the hype. And now they mad talking about who cares about the numbers. This is what they always do because I don't forget. I'm going to say this again. If you tell me that Michael Jordan wore the number 24 and I know that to be false and that's not true, and I'm like, yo, Jordan actually wore 23 with the Bulls. And you're like, no, it was number 24. I know it was number 24. Then when I prove to you that Michael Jordan, his jersey number with the Bulls was 23, right? I'm talking about the Chicago Bulls Jordan. When I prove to you that the number he wore was 23, now they say, who cares about jersey numbers? This is what they do. Block Yuri. It's the same bum we just blocked. Get him out of here. These dudes will argue that Bud is a star, a.k.a. they'll argue that Jordan wore number 24. When it's fully been proven that Jordan didn't, in fact, wear number 24 on his jersey, and Boxingego was right, it was 23, now they say I'm a hater. Now they say, oh, drop it. Who cares about numbers? Nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. See, y'all with the wrong one. Y'all mess with the wrong one. I take the insults early. I'm on the front line. Y'all say I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, this is just a stupid YouTuber. You guys are listening to stupid YouTubers. And y'all disrespect YouTubers. Y'all disrespect Boxingego. And then y'all don't want to face the music. Nah, I don't work like that. Nando says this boy couldn't sell out a Compton Youth Center. Fact. Bro, just look at it. This was destitute to fail. Bud is not a great, like, on the mic kind of guy, right? He's not like a West Coast act. He's a Midwest dude that can fight. You put him in there with baby Triple G. Hell no, guys, hey, Marcus, guys, is nothing. I sit back with this pack of zigzags in this bag of this weed that gives me. Bro, you put him in there with baby Triple G with 10, 11 fights, and then you think you're going to just over promote it and come to America and put signs up, and then people was going to buy this fight because Crawford, you think, is a name, and he fighting baby Golovkin? Hey, guys, I'm not Crawford, guys, it's not in Pines. And then when Boxingego, listen, when Boxingego get it right, then they start crying. Oh, Ego, you're just a hater. Block Society of Truth. Bum. I swear I thought that actor that played Hawkeye, what? When I took my son to Disneyland. Oh, wow. Yeah, that man said Hawkeye. Shout out to Nando. Shout out to Sura with the block. Bro. Again, now the fans mad at me for being right and keeping it a stack, and everything I said came true. Y'all told me Madrimov was getting knocked out. I said I don't see him getting knocked out at all by Crawford. Who was right? Me. That's who. Okay. You need people like me. So you can point your fingers and say that's the bad guy. I told you Crawford wasn't knocking out Madrimov. Y'all said I was overhyping up Madrimov. And now Crawford went the distance and looked human. And then now they saying, oh, Ego, you're a hater. But what about the people that said Madrimov was getting slaughtered? What about the people that said Crawford was going to knock out Madrimov and it was easy work? Now they talking about, oh, Madrimov was real big. Well, guess what? Crawford actually outweighed Madrimov on the same day weigh-in. So you can't use that excuse. Video coming soon. Bro, they're like, oh, haha, you guys said Madrimov was big at the weigh-in. They were like, you guys said Madrimov was big, ha, ha, ha. Crawford looks bigger, but he didn't necessarily look that much stronger, like another level on the night of the fight. So now they backing off the block with everything they said, and they want Boxingego to drop it after you all called me a liar. It doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. Don't start none, won't be none. Don't tell me I don't know how to do my job and I'm a liar, and then everything I said came true, and now y'all want to skip it. Like, oh, stop making videos about Bud. Nah, I won't. Come stop me. Come stop me from making videos about anybody. I'm making all the videos. See, this is the benefit of being your own boss. When you are your own boss, right? Block Yuri, he's back. I don't know why he keeps coming back just to get blocked. When you're your own boss, you could do, when they hate, donate. When you're your own boss, you could do whatever you want. I can make videos about, I'll make 1,000 Bud videos. Then what? I'll make 1,000,000 Crawford videos and then 1,000,000 Canelo videos. I can talk about whatever I want. It's up to y'all. Don't watch it then. But you know they can't stay away. This man Yuri got blocked 4 or 5 times and he's still in the comment section. They act like watching Boxingego is mandatory. Go watch somebody else that's saying something else. I don't give a You guys have been found out. You're liars. Everything you said. Crawford said this fight feels bigger than the Errol Spence fight. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. Ego predicted a tougher than expected win for Crawford. Ego Stradamus strikes again. And I said Madrimov wouldn't get knocked out. But then now they don't want to acknowledge my greatness and my analysis. So they just say, oh, you're a hater. So let me get this straight. When I was saying Madrimov is big and strong and y'all underrating him and disrespecting him, and it's going to be a tougher fight than y'all think, and he's not getting knocked out, y'all said I was hating on Bud. You said, oh, you're just mad because Errol Spence got his butt kicked by Bud, so you're making this up about Madrimov. Then when it's proven that Boxingego was right, y'all say I'm still hating. I can't win for losing then. So before the fight, you said it was hate commentary. And then when I was proven right, y'all acting like I wasn't right and saying I'm hating anyway. So that's why I say I don't care, because y'all have your mind made up anyway. The real ones, if they get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. I don't really care. But the real ones, they're going to give me my credit. They know that in the digital age, I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. The stuff I say makes sense. The stuff Bud said, tell me it makes sense. The stuff the Bud buddy said, tell me that makes sense. Bud said this fight with Madrimov feels bigger than the Errol Spence fight. It's not going to do a bigger live gate. They said it lost $10 million. Hold on. We ain't done. You see, now y'all got me riled up. Stop playing with me, bro. Y'all going to respect the king. What y'all talking about, cuz? Y'all going to learn to respect the king. Boom. Jedi Goodman. Hold on. One on Terence Crawford versus Israil Madrimov pay-per-view buys. It should wind up. It should wind up over 75,000 and maybe 100,000 with streaming buys. Flop! This is a flop. That's a flop. You had an all-star cast in LA, free car giveaway, an Eminem concert just to sell 100K, maybe. With all, and he said it feels bigger than the Errol Spence fight. And the he's like, Crawford said this. He said, oh, they got posters everywhere. So, okay, so you think the advertisement was great and there were posters. I can't go anywhere without seeing a Riyadh season poster. So you did all that and all them flyers and all these walking billboards and fireworks and, you know, circus stuff and all these gimmicks. And they say you might sell 100K. Devin Haney did better numbers than this. Crawford is 36, going to be 37 next month. Some people got it. Some people don't. For whatever reason, it doesn't seem like Bud is resonating as a star. He just beat Errol Spence, and you follow it up with a fight that goes double wood. With all of the, like, you can't get more of a presentation than what Turki already gave him. They put you in a soccer stadium. They gave you Eminem. They paid fans to probably be there and gave away tickets. They gave you everything to succeed. And it still doesn't look like it drew. And you went double wood. You went double plastic. And then y'all say, I'm the bad guy for reporting the information that's out. Whatever, I'll take it. And Crawford, when he did the interview with Andre Ward, he said, man, they saying I don't do numbers. I do numbers. Where the numbers at? So again, the reason why I have to follow this up is because Crawford's saying he says I do better numbers than the people y'all think are stars. He's saying I feel this fight is bigger than Errol Spence. But then when I follow up with that and there's some accountability, then y'all say I'm beating a dead horse. Y'all say I'm wrong. Y'all say, oh, I'm the hater. So Crawford is not delusional for saying he's a star and saying that he do the numbers and saying this fight feels bigger. But then when it doesn't add up, the numbers don't add up, then I'm a hater for talking about it. Bro, you better stick this man in Nebraska. You better put his next fight in them cornfields. That's all I know. Bro, I need to see Terence Crawford versus Madrimov 2, Children of the Corn, in them cornfields, bruh. He better go. He got to get back there. And it insults y'all so bad that Bud is such a great fighter, but he's not doing numbers. And then somebody like myself is keeping it real. You want me to lie? I never came in the game lying. So why would I come in the game? And here's the thing. It's okay. There's other people that don't sell that are great fighters. That's cool. But the problem I have is when you have a radical fan base that's lying and saying it is something else. It's similar and analogous to Shakur Stevenson. People keep saying like, oh, Shakur's most hated. He's not the most hated. Tank gets far more hate because he's more popular, and there's more people that hate that guy that's that popular. Shakur's biggest problem is he's pushing like he's a knockout artist, and he's talking about stopping Edwin De Los Santos, stopping Artem Harutyunyan. So when you fail to live up to the expectations that you've outlined, guess what? You're going to receive that. People are like, hey, man, I expected more. I fell asleep during your fight. You're putting the pressure on yourself. Same thing with Crawford. He's saying me working with Turki is bigger than me working with PBC versus Arum. And it's a bigger fight. He's saying that he produces more numbers than other guys that you think. He's like saying that basically he's on Canelo's level, and Turki and Crawford are saying that basically Canelo should take the fight with him if Canelo knows what's best. Who are you? Turki's been in boxing for like 6 months. He's been in boxing like 6 months. You got bread. That's cool. Whoop-de-doo. So does Canelo. You guys are spitting like false narratives that just aren't true. And the stuff I say keeps rearing its ugly head in this sport and is looking true. I told you Crawford can't dictate to Canelo. Canelo dictates to him. Now, this is the problem with boxing. I say things that to me are common sense because I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. Right? But they say common sense ain't so common. That's what we're dealing with here. It was common sense that Crawford versus an unknown guy, even with the loaded card in LA, spending all this overspending on promotion, was going to flop. That was very easy to see. But that's what happens when you have people who have money, but having money is, here's an example. I know personally women, that guys that had a lot of money, doctors, athletes, and whatever, were trying to get at them. And they would like buy them purses and Coach bags and whatever else. You know what I mean? Vera Wang, perfumes and stuff. And they're like loaded with cash because they're a doctor, a real estate agent, blah, 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 athlete. I knew a girl that I used to mess with. She messed with I'm not going to say his name, but it was an Oakland Raider. She was messing with an Oakland Raider. But the Oakland Raider didn't have no game. He wasn't from Oakland, bro. He was a person that was on the Raiders. He didn't have no game. So just because you buying a girl purses and perfumes and stuff, that don't mean she really feeling you. You see what I'm saying? Meanwhile, your boy Boxingego had that chick, my money was funny at that time. How I got the same chick as an Oakland Raider. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I have, not the same chick. I have a chick that an Oakland Raider guy wants, and he's tricking off his money on her. I don't even have bread like that, especially at that time. I didn't have bread like that. And then I'm messing with her because the money don't give you the game. I'm from the Bay Area, man. The money is not going to give you the gift of gab. So you can dump all this money into Terence Crawford. That's not going to make him a star. That's not grassroots. That's just you wasting money and overpaying. And in business, usually that can't last. And now I know the Saudis have a lot of money. Shout out to the kingdom for that. But to be honest, you just dumping in a bunch of money to be stubborn is just, I mean, good luck. Good luck with that. Shout out to Barbara D for the $5. Let's go. That's the reality of it. And when I address these things, people, they feel type of way or whatever, but it's the truth. You're not going to make Crawford into a household name and, a marquee star by force feeding the public. Shout out to Victor. And he was only guaranteed $2.5 million. Why he ain't asked for a bunch of money like he did with PBC? Facts. Shawnee Bow, Bay Area, let's get it. This is what I'm talking about, people. And here's the other thing. Bob Arum, everybody thought he was hating on Crawford. Everyone thought he was hating on Crawford. It's looking like what Bob Arum said, there's a lot of truth to it. Bob Arum told you from the jump, I lose money on every Crawford fight. I could tell by looking at the event that they lost a lot of money because you had too many named fighters. You got to pay them. You had too big of a venue. You got to pay the venue. You had walking billboards. You painted the staircase. You build this scaffolding and like infrastructure. You got lights. You got a camera crew, right? You got Crawford. You got Madrimov you got to pay. You had to pay Eminem. Listen, you literally picked a top 3 rapper in terms of like price point. Do you guys agree to that? Eminem, whatever he costs to do a show, is top 3 as far as every rapper's. Is that true or false? In modern, right now, Eminem, his fee to get him out the house and to get him to perform, he's a top 3 rapper in terms of how much money he commands. Like 2 Chainz, whatever Eminem charges, you can get 2 Chainz for cheaper. You can get Tyga for cheaper, right? You could get Lil Durk for cheaper. I guarantee you that. Because Eminem has like the #1 Spotify. He's like top 2 or 3 YouTube views and all that. No, it ain't no at least top 5. He's in the top. He's in the top, bro. This man said top 5. Ain't no top 5. You can't name 4 other people that command a bigger paycheck. I didn't say Taylor Swift or Beyonce or something like that. I said rappers. Rappers. We only talking about rappers. There's not 4 other people. The only people that probably like in the words of Jay-Z, only dudes moving units, Drake, Kendrick, Jay-Z maybe. You know what I mean? Like Jay-Z. But he ain't really even doing shows right now. You can't name 4 other people that are making more, that command more. It's what it is. So you picked the most, like pretty much one of the most expensive rappers to book. So I know they lost money. You picked Marshall Mathers. And it goes to show me, like, this is what happens when you have, like, people who come to America that don't, like, necessarily assimilate, and they want to run the show, and they're not necessarily in tune. Like, hip-hop is a big genre. If you got a LA show, this is just I like Eminem. I'm an Eminem fan. Y'all know that. I've always said that, right? But this is my personal, business is business, right? From a business perspective, if I was bankrolling Crawford, I would put the show in LA. I wouldn't even put the show in LA, but whatever. Devil's advocate, you decided that was the venue that you wanted, LA. you should have put Kendrick. Do the Kendrick concert because Kendrick is LA. He's the biggest West Coast act right now. He mentioned Terence Crawford's name in a song on Euphoria, right? And he's from Compton. So, you know, he could bring out YG and all this type of Snoop and all that type of stuff. And if that was your concert element, I think that would have went over better. Crawford is from the Midwest. Eminem's from the Midwest. So if you were holding this fight in the Midwest, that probably would have been a better market for that, right? Like if the fight was in Omaha or something, you know what I mean? Because it's like all Midwest. You could have easily put Kendrick. Now, I don't know Kendrick's wage, but I can't say that it's as much as Eminem is charging. So you could have possibly had an LA concert with Kendrick, possibly for cheaper. He's just off of all of the buzz from Not Like Us, did an Amazon Prime concert and a whole Drake beef that he was doing, you know, and it got all this attention. Imagine Crawford Madrimov, and then they played Not Like Us at the concert. They not like us. Walk around, Nella Ninja 2 across, he walk around like T. So what's up with DJ Brony trying to see Compton? Imagine that, and then Bud walked out. The Eminem route had already been done, and you try to clout chase it. You try to clout chase what was done on the PBC card. You could have did something new. Be like, hey, everyone loved the Eminem ring walk. That was good. Everybody liked that. But then you gave M his whole set in LA and it didn't ring off the same. But if you would have put Kendrick there, a LA artist who's popping right now, they not like, certified lover boy, you certified pedophile. Wop. Bud, uck him up. Bro, Kendrick could have switched the lyrics for Bud. Been like, wop. Bud, uck him up. Wop. I'm going to do my stuff. Why you trolling like ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. And the thing is, they had little kids singing that A minor and all that. That concert would have been crazy right now. Look, he looked it up. Top 10 most expensive rappers to book. Number 1 is Eminem, which is what I just told you. Told you, Eminem probably like the most expensive. So listen, here's the problem here. Here's the major problem here. The major problem here is you gave Crawford about as big a show as possible, and it still flopped. So where do you even go from there? How do you follow up that? He said Tatagoya, Eminem got paid more than every fighter tonight. Probably, to be honest. Shout out to Tatagoya. You ain't lying. Explain to me, like, what is the follow-up? Now that we know it's not Canelo, which we'll get into the Canelo stuff. What is the follow-up? See, this is what I'm saying, and this is the problem with people who just got bankrolls and money. Money don't buy everything, right? It can build some things in infrastructure stuff, but it don't buy everything. It's just what it is. So Crawford has always struggled being a draw. He spent the most time with Top Rank, and Bob Arum was the number one person that told you this, right? So if anybody has analytics and impressions and data and statistics on Crawford, it's Bob Arum. And he told you that the Crawford would lose him money. So Turki thinks because Bud's a great fighter that he could just resurrect and turn Bud to a star. But again, this is going to take more time than Bud Crawford probably has in the game because he's 36 years old. You know what I mean? Block Sammy. Get Sammy out of here. When they hate, donate. Shout out to Rick Meister. The Bud Buddies ain't got no love for Boxingego. Well, let it be known then. Shout out to my people in Australia. Yeah, down under, mate. Crikey. And that's a knife. Yeah, shout out to Rick Meister. When they hate, donate. We up. Bro, you think you could just throw money at it and that's the solution? I'm telling you, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna let the fans pick because y'all say I'm hating. Who should Bud fight next? Because it's not gonna be Canelo. That's apparent. So who should he fight next to follow up as a champion? That's a big fight that you think can do closer to 1 million pay-per-views. Okay, everybody saying Boots. Anybody else? One Charlo, everyone saying Boots. Block Kenrick. You don't tell me what to say. That ain't never gonna happen. Block him. Block Kenrick. Pacquiao just struggled with some kickboxer. Ain't nobody want to see. Y'all desperate. Oh my God. Listen, y'all want me to be wrong. Somebody said Pacquiao. Bro, he just fought a kickboxer and looked mid. Ain't nobody want to see that wouldn't be a big fight. Maybe Pacquiao versus Barrios or something, because that's a guy that started out lighter. Ain't nobody want to see no Pacquiao versus Crawford at this stage. So here's the problem with all the people that said Boots. The problem is all the people that said Boots, Crawford's team said that Boots, there's no need to fight him. So what does Crawford even want? What does Crawford want? If you can't get Canelo, what's a bigger fight than Boots for you? For real, for real. Crawford got no charisma. That's what I'm saying. It's like it, and like here's the thing. All the Bud Buddies, they're currently mad at Boxingego. Oh, Ego's a hater and all this. Again, what you won't do is prove me wrong. Period. Second, I always will beat these busters because I play the long game. So here, let me outline. See, I'm like that old Shaolin monk in them karate movies where they walk into the room, they read the room, and the monk, the Shaolin master, can look at everybody in the room that wants to attack them, and he'll tell them how he's going to defeat them, and then he'll defeat them. I will hit you with Tiger Claw. Eagles of a talent. And then he really just do everything he say. That's Boxingego. I'm telling you how this is going to play. I tell you how this is going to play out, and then it plays out in that exact same way, right? Every time. So here's the long game. Crawford's next fight. He said the Shaolin master with the white eyebrows, the Swan. Facts. Crawford's next move. If they're saying Boxingego is a liar, they're saying Bud didn't flop and these are fake narratives and all that, put Bud back in LA. If it was successful, run it back again. Bring Eminem back. Bring Bud Crawford versus whoever he's going to fight. Bring it back to LA and put it in a soccer stadium. And have the same elaborate scheme and gimmick and promotional flyers that you had for the first one. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So why would they not run it back and do everything the same if it yielded a great result? And I guarantee you that's not how it's going to play out. They're going to probably put Bud's next fight in Omaha or take him out the LA market and put him somewhere else, and the scale is going to have to drop, or they're going to just keep wasting money and losing money. So we ain't got nothing but time, and we going to see. Because people can say, oh, Ego, you're hating. Announce your next fight, bud, and we going to see. Put it, if you did good, like, for example, people be like, why are they making another Fast and the Furious? Because they going to keep milking it as long as it's making money. If people keep wanting to see brand new Harry Potters or Star Wars or Fast and the Furious movies, and they keep going out and breaking records like Marvel, why would they do another Avengers? Because people are going out for these movies. It's that simple. So, again, any business knows this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, if what I'm saying is true or not true, and what is being reported and the fight didn't flop, then run it back. Bring Crawford back to that soccer stadium with that many people and put Madrimov 2 or whoever he fights next in that soccer stadium. Turki went from giving Fury whatever number he wanted. Now he's only doing fair prices. That's funny. And here's the thing. The delusion is sickening. Ego, they mad because you're not on that Crawford bandwagon. No cap. You always speak the truth. Crawford next fight be on Black Prime against a bum no one cares about. Wow. Jermell Charlo versus Crawford. But see, I think Jermell, given how his last fight looked with Canelo, I would like to see him take some tune-ups because he don't have a belt. So, but that's what I'm saying. Crawford, he's in between a rock and a hard spot. It is what it is. If you fight Charlo, he don't got a belt right now at 54, and he coming off a bad loss or whatever to Canelo. So imagine a more active guy like Boots, who don't have a belt at 54. You're saying you don't want to fight him, but then you fight a beltless Charlo? I don't get it. Right? Just like Boots don't make sense and he's not ready and all this stuff. But Madrimov was ready and he had 11 fights. How does that make sense? John Williams sent $5. He says, I think I am blocked. I tried to super chat. Well, maybe you got blocked. You're going to have to hit me up at Boxingego1 on Instagram. How does it make sense? Hey, anybody who solicits other channels on my page, if you don't know them, block them. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a regular that mentioned another channel and then we'll delete the comment. We don't do soliciting over here. I don't care about what no one else is saying. I don't care about nothing else but what I got going on. If more people thought like Ego, the world would be a better place. I literally could care less about any other YouTube channel and what their opinion is and what they said and what they reported, what they feel, who's right and wrong on there. I don't care about none of that. I care about what I'm talking about. That's my only focus. That's my only mission. That's my only motive. So anyway, now that we got that clear, we'll see. We'll see by the scale of Crawford's next fight. We'll see the scale of Crawford's next fight. If you're not wasting money and it was profitable, then keep doing it at this level. Put him in another soccer stadium. Actually, put Crawford in the AT&T stadium. Go bigger. See, this what I'm saying. What they're trying to do with Bud, is lazy promotion. They're trying to make up for years of not promoting and not, becoming the it guy and a boxing superstar. And they're trying to all of a sudden make up for lost time. It doesn't work like that. You can't this is not wrestling where you could be a good guy your whole career like Hulk Hogan, and then now you're the bad guy, Hollywood Hogan, and then people like the bad Hollywood Hogan. You see what I'm saying? Like promotion in real life don't really work like that, right? Where you can make all bad decisions and bad business bud decisions and stuff, and then you can easily make up for lost time and like all the time you were with Top Rank, all the time where you couldn't get whatever fight like Keith Thurman or whoever, you didn't get none of them fights. And then now let's just dump a bunch of money in Crawford and he's a star. It doesn't work like that, bro. I read that right. 100k buys is crazy. Yeah, I already went over it. They're saying 70 to 100k. And again, you guys could try to force it, but Canelo's, I told you, he's not going to be dictated to. And like, to be honest, it looked bad that Crawford, it's like his only card is calling out Canelo. I don't get it. The Canelo fight is not looking likely. And so that's his only play is just say, oh, Canelo's ducking me because he fears me. Like, I mean, I guess Canelo, he's making great money fighting whoever he's fighting. And Canelo said it. He says, everything's on my watch. We got to do things my way. Y'all the one that want to fight me. I don't see the gain or the benefit for fighting Crawford. So I'm the A side. I've earned my spot. You know, you're going to do it on my terms. And it sounds like Turki, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like, so because he's used to like throwing at people the money and then they just do whatever he says because they are in positions where it makes probably the most sense for them to just take it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like Tevin Farmer and Tank Davis. Tevin Farmer, if he can sign with DAZN and get 2-3 mil a fight, he got to just rush at that and take that because that's where his career was. But Tank, they got a big grandiose vision. He didn't have to take Eddie Hearn's money. You see what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn was like, oh, I love to sign Javonta, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, mate, I think it'd be a good look. Yeah, blah, blah. Tank didn't have to take the offer. The people that got to take the offer are oftentimes B-sides. What don't you understand about that? Remember I was saying B-side Bud? He kind of is the B-side. They're trying to make the B-side like he's not a B-side over Israil Madrimov. That's because no one knows who Madrimov is. And Crawford is at least more known than that. But Crawford is the B-side. He wouldn't be the A-side over Canelo. He wasn't the A-side over Errol. So for the most part, Crawford is mostly B-side Bud, but they're trying to give him A-side treatment. It don't work like that. Business don't work. I'm here to let you know. Like Miguel Cotto, the reason why he was in big fights and stuff like that, and people didn't mind because you could put him in the Garden and he doing numbers. He fighting in New York or Vegas, he doing numbers. Period. You're trying to force Crawford into the limelight by throwing money at him and at his event. And then you did it and it still failed. What are we talking about, bro? And then the fight people are complaining about, notice the pattern? Old media and the usual suspects, they complain, oh, why is Tank fighting Rolly? Why is Canelo fighting Berlanga? But all these fights do better than these fights that they don't complain about. You ever notice that? Have you guys ever noticed that? Old media will complain about Tank, why is he fighting Frank Martin or something stupid like that? And then they'll say a great fight is Bam Rodriguez versus Estrada. But then when you look at the numbers, Tank destroys whatever Bam Rodriguez and Juan Francisco Gallo Estrada, whatever fight that did in Arizona, Whatever numbers it did, Tank is killing that. His live gate, it just makes more sense. They lost so much money taking off Zoo versus Ortiz. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then when I say this stuff, people say, oh, that's not correct. All right. Bud just be cutting off his nose despite his face. That's why we're here now. That's why we're discussing it. You're not going to make somebody a star. The public has to do that. That's what you guys don't understand. If all you had to do is get on social media and talk, and then everyone likes it and resonates, then there'll be a lot of guys that are huge stars. The public demand anoints who the it guy is. And this is what I've told you. Again, Crawford can fight. He's a great fighter, skilled fighter, hard to beat fighter, whatever. That's cool. I ain't never said nothing about that. We talking about star power. We talking about numbers. We talking about the business side. And people are like, oh, who cares? Then they listen. You guys, they do the softest things in this sport. I tell you. Here's why. They do the softest things. They'll argue with you about numbers and say Bud is a star. But then when it's proven wrong, that it's looking like the audience isn't like responding how they want, or he's not looking like a star, then they say, oh, I'm just a boxing fan. I don't care about numbers. Y'all are corny, bro. Y'all are truly corny. Any man that is willing to sit up night and day and argue for something only to tuck their tails when they've been proven wrong and then act like they don't even care about that in which they were arguing about, that's corny. I'm going to say it again. The Bud Buddies will argue that this fight is bigger than Errol Spence because Crawford said it. They'll argue that Crawford does crazy numbers. They'll argue that his fight sold out. Like, literally, you could go on YouTube and people were making videos saying Crawford sold out a soccer stadium. It's a massive sellout because Turkey posted that, right? So they'll run with these narratives that he's selling out and he look at the crowd Crawford attracts and blah, blah, blah. But then when the news comes out, the real news showing that it wasn't a massive success and they lost $10 million and this, that, and the third, and people start speaking like, hey, I got free tickets to this. Now they say, who cares? Why does Boxingego care about numbers? Y'all are corny, bro. Y'all straight like that. Y'all corny. They sat up here arguing with me, arguing with Ego's Army, just to tuck their tail and then say, oh, I'm a boxing fan. Why do people care about numbers? What you mean? Why do we care about numbers? You was arguing for these numbers. But then now when you're wrong, now you don't care about numbers. Corny. Boxing is a young man's game as well. So good luck. Crawford is about to be 37 next month, and you're still trying to make him into a star. That's like taking a man and making him a rapper at 37. You dig? Bro, listen. That's harder to do. A guy that just came out of nowhere and then he's age 37 and then he just become the biggest rapper in the game. It's going to be hard to do at age 37. Matt sent $5. Shout out to Matt. Bud could be the co-main to a Joshua fight or Fury Usyk fight. He needs to drop the Usyk. He can get money and make the bag. See, that's what I'm saying. It got to make sense. You can't, you're trying to force it. You're trying to force a square peg into a round hole. Bud resume just not strong like the other greats. That's what I'm saying. Now we getting somewhere. Now we talking. Buzz, listen, he's a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but, you know, it's not people, even including Bud. I feel like Bud feels slighted. Like, man, y'all hating on my greatness. No one's hating on your greatness. You're a great fighter. You can fight your butt off. You've been fighting your whole life. We're not even talking about the fight element. We talking about you being a star and you kind of calling shots on Canelo and stuff like that. That's the conversation. I don't think anyone in this room said Bud is a crap fighter. I know I certainly haven't. But we talking different things, and people get mad at me because what I'm saying, they get their emotions involved. And, oh, you're hating. I'm not hating. I'm just telling you what it is. At 37, it's going to be hard to do what you're trying to do with Bud and turn him into a star. Because, honestly, hold on. Bud's ego, no pun intended, Bud's ego has always been in his stubbornness has always been what kind of got him in trouble. Here's the thing. Canelo fight is off the table. I don't know how many people would even want to see it based on how he looked versus Madrimov at 54. So who wants to see the Canelo fight at 68? A lot of people fell off that wagon. Plus, Turki and Canelo are beefing. If they're beefing, then how are you going to make a fight when Canelo and Turki are taking shots at each other? Doesn't really make sense. So for all intents and purposes, Canelo is off the table, right? Then Boots is off the table because Crawford's team, they said there's no point to fight Boots. So that's not a realistic standpoint. Boots is about the best fight that I can think of that would do strong business. And then Turki has a relationship with both Boots, Eddie Hearn, and Terence Crawford. And then they won't make the fight. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And then you have people saying Turki saved boxing. He ain't made none of the fights I want, except for like Fury Usyk. And actually, I was like, that was cool, but I wasn't really. I feel like the fight was better than I expected, because I thought the marriage of those styles could be like kind of a lackluster fight. But that was a good fight. That was a very good fight. And then Better Be of Bevo, I like that fight. But he ain't made no like major fights. I didn't ask for no Wilder Zhang. That was stupid. I didn't want no Wilder Zhang. I wanted Wilder Joshua. I didn't ask for Joshua Otto Wylien. What do you mean he saved boxing? What did he save? Who asked for any of these fights? I didn't ask for Crawford Madrimov. I've been asking for Crawford Boots. Y'all telling me, oh, these are the fights. He giving us the fights that the fans want. Who asked for that? I didn't ask for no Andy Ruiz Miller. I didn't ask for half of these fights, to be honest. What y'all talking about? Tunnel Vision, $5. Turki would have been better off signing Boots than getting into a working relationship with Al Heyman to get him the fights he needed for stardom. Listen, people want to do it their own way, though. Enjoy. Shout out to Nuke. Man. Hey, Nuke, put your Twitter up. Put your Twitter handle up. Listen, y'all got to follow this man on X. He cooking. He be cooking. From what I seen, he cook. Shout out to Nuke. Rude boy Nook. Yeah, shout out to the rude boy. Bro. Ego only deal with real energy. Y'all saying a bunch of fake stuff. Y'all saying a bunch of goofy stuff. I'm telling you, bro, even like Shakur versus Apeta. I'm a boxing fan. I think that's a solid fight. That's not a mega fight, bro. That's not a mega fight. So Riyadh season, what is the major mega fight that the fans have been asking for that has been made? Better Be of Bevo, maybe? And that hasn't even happened yet. And Better Be of keep getting injured, so we got to keep our fingers crossed. Matt sent $10. Let's go. Bud Crawford should have went after Boots when he had 3 belts and Boots had the other 3, and he could have been 3X undisputed. And then said, you better win Spence for Fundora. And if Spence versus Fundora won, do a rematch or unify. See, that's what I'm saying. Now we're getting to it. Now I think to be honest, what is being exposed here is with the matchups that Turki is making, a lot of them lead to nowhere. And this is like boxing being disjointed like this is always going to be a problem. Because let's say Turkey wasn't in the picture, then Bud would have to work with PBC. But Turkey being in the picture and trying to run his own show and make his own, rules, it's caused boxing to be more disjointed. Because now it gave Crawford an out to make these silly fights that no one's asking for, like Madrimov, for a belt, and then it flops. And then the fight that you could make in-house is the Boots fight, but then they won't make Bud versus Boots. And that could be a big fight, or like about as big as it can get for Bud at this point. So you see the problem? That's going to be a problem because your boxing doesn't need, some people are like, oh, boxing is great with all these promoters, and boxing don't need that. Boxing don't need 1,000 promoters and then everybody's off doing their own little thing, making the best in-house fights that they can make primarily. Boxing would be better. Like remember before it was like HBO and Showtime. Those were some good years in boxing because I'm not saying there were no other promoters, but there were no other promoters that were as relevant as the promoters on HBO and Showtime. So it was pretty much one of the two. Like if it was a fight week, the fight was pretty much going to be on Showtime or it's going to be on HBO. If it was like Mayweather Canelo, Showtime pay-per-view. If it was like at that time Canelo with Golden Boy versus Kirkland, it'd be on HBO. That makes it so simple. Now, instead of Bud being with Al Heyman and being on PBC, he has this new out to fight these one-off fights that don't really lead to anything. Madrimov too, I don't think that would be a big fight. The first fight was not scintillating enough to the point where I think that has attracted people to want to even see a rematch for that. You see what I'm saying? So what do you even do with Crawford? I really don't understand this. So Bud's just going to sit around pretty much begging for the Canelo fight, hoping to get somewhere with that? Like that's, I don't know. I don't get that. Look, this Bud Crawford begging for the Canelo fight.
Give me a chance, give me a chance. Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance.
This is what Bud sounded like asking for the Canelo fight. Give me a chance, give me a chance. Straight ice JJ Fish. What the y'all talking about, bro? Bro, he did an interview with the Porterway podcast, and he's still talking about Canelo after Turkey just said, we're not doing business with Canelo because I've changed my mind. And this is Bud.
Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance.
The whole time on the Porterway podcast, that's what I heard from Bud. Give me a fucking chance. Give me a chance. It's something about it, girl. I want you. I want you. Bro, straight ice JJ Fish. Give me a chance. It's the rise of the world. It's the rise of the world. Bro, he asking Canelo for one more chance like he Biggie Smalls. Ugh. Girls pee-pee when they see me. Bro, he begging. He keeps sweat. Bud Sweat. I want your body. I want your body. but you don't feel like I do. Baby, I know that I wanna fight Canelo, but I gotta be strong. Canelo, you did me wrong. Bro, he begging like Keith Sweat. The fight, it don't look like you getting it, bro. Fight boots. Girl, you got me twisting up, yeah. I know that, but I got what you need right here, baby. Bro, my body, your body, all over your body, girl. In the middle of the night with my body feeling for you, baby. Gotta call you up and let you know what I'm thinking. 911, call Omaha, you. Bro, he keep sweat begging. And y'all act like this is normal. I don't even want to see. I told you I don't even want to see the Canelo fight. Now you got me twisted now, but yeah. We got $10 from Matt. Shout out to Matt, man. All I gotta say is I don't think 150 mil for the Benavidez fight is far-fetched. Look how much Mayweather made versus other fighters. I can see the demand for the fight bringing in 2 to 3 million pay-per-views. Bro, now Turkey don't want to pay that. He said, that man said, I'm from Omaha and I don't buy Bud fights. Wow. That man said, I'm from Omaha. That's crazy. Shout out to Matt Borgeson again. Why can't Bud just fight Charlo or Boots, bro? I think he beats both. Charlo has the lure and the storyline in it too, especially during the Spence fight, round 7. That's what I'm saying. Like, Bud just want to, he probably want to be overpaid for less than fights. It's just what it is. And you know what the funny thing about the Bud Buddies is? The funniest thing to me is the Bud Buddies, they some cheap Listen, you Bud Buddies, y'all some cheap Here's why. They will argue life and death with you in the comment section for free. But these broke, some of them, they are too cheap to actually support the fight. Bro, they some cheap, some of them, they are cheap as hell, bro. They like, remember Chris Rock on In Living Color? How much for real? Let me get what? How about I get $20? That's a lot of money. Bro, remember that? How about I give you $2? Let me lick the sauce. Bro, that's what I envision for the Bud Buddies. That Chris Rock skit where he was trying to cheapskate his way and never pay full price. That's every single Bud Buddy. Book it. How much for 7-Up? How much? I need a drink. How much I get for 7-Up? How about I give you a quarter and let me lick the bubbles? Bro, what? Suck the bubbles out. Bro, y'all some cheap If he wants a payday fight Ryan Garcia, that buildup would be hysterical. I would pay to watch it. I don't care if it's a gimmick fight. Ryan talking crazy too. He's talking crazy about Bud. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Bud Buddies got to be the cheapest in boxing because the amount of energy they spend in the comment section, they not spending to mow lawns or wash cars or whatever they do for a living to buy Bud's fights. You would think, like, listen, let's play a game. Let's say every Bud Buddy comment was like $25. It was worth $25. It's like 3 or 4 Bud comments would buy a pay-per-view. With all these comments, but then they never buy the fight. They never buy his fight. They love Bud so much, but then they never support his fight, which would actually prove Boxingego wrong. I'm telling you what I'm saying, and they're like, oh, ego suck. Oh, ego, you don't know. Ego. You saying all this, I'm wrong, I suck, and I'm the Bud hater and all this goofy stuff. The best way to prove me wrong would have been to get a group of your friends and go to LA and then go watch the Eminem concert with the Bud Crawford event and buy his pay-per-view if you weren't going to go there live. They don't do that. They just say ego is wrong. This man, Matt Borgeson, then he could have bought the Bud pay-per-view. He's sending the super chats. I got Bud pay-per-view money right here in the super chat right now. Listen, Matt Borgeson, count up all the super chats he leaving. Matt Borgeson could have bought Bud's pay-per-view, but he'd rather leave comments on Boxingego than to buy that pay-per-view. See? Let's not lie to ourselves. If Ryan Garcia comes back like we know he's making millions pay-per-view sales, chaos sales in the story. He's nuts and people love it. But see, that's the definition of there's only a couple guys who are giving you that right now. You know, the Canelos, Gervonta's, and probably Ryan, where at right now they're like, they got that star power. Hate them or love them, they got the star power. Bud Crawford, he be doing interviews and he sound like he halfway sleep. They're like, oh, do you think you're the best fighter in the division? Yeah, I was the best fighter when I got it. Like, that's not you're not turning up for the cameras or nothing, bro. It's like real entitled. Bud thinks that just me being an awesome BA fighter, a bad fighter, that's it. All I got to do is fight. Where did you get that from? Mayweather done more than you. Mayweather's an amazing fighter, and he was selling the fights. So if Mayweather's the gold standard and he was doing the 24/7s, doing the all accesses, where do you get off thinking that with your resume that you just so skilled that you don't have to sell the fight? Just think about what I said. I know the Bud Buddies is mad. Think about what I just said. Floyd is bigger than Crawford has ever been. And he was even doing the extra promotional pushes to make you want to see the De La Hoya fight. Hey, Oscar. Yeah, I took Oscar back. I took his back. He ain't going to do shit. I'm about to run right now. Bro, Floyd was doing that. So Crawford think he just sit there and just be a good fighter. That's why he keep flopping. And now I'm not saying you have to like trash talk. That's up to Crawford. You got to figure out your own image or your stick or how you're going to go about it. That's not up for me to figure out. But if Floyd was out here pushing, Sugar Sean O'Malley sleeps Ryan Garcia in boxing. Mac with the $2. That was so random. I really feel like y'all got Tourette's. Listen, can we talk about, shout out to the people with Tourette's. We got to talk about Tourette's syndrome because I really think a lot of you guys have it. That was so random, bro. I don't even know where that came from because I know you have Tourette's, bro. Chat, he ain't got Tourette's, dead homies. That was just so random. Like, you guys just blurt things out. I went to prom with Beyonce. What? I told my girl don't get no crunchy peanut butter. I don't like it. What? Where did that come? Crunchy peanut butter? Who was talking about a PB&J? Bro, these dudes got Tourette's. I know, we're all inclusive on the channel. I don't care who leave a comment, but some of y'all legit got Tourette's because y'all just be blurting. Ray J had a vasectomy. Am I right? What? Ray J had a Ray J? Like what? What? What is bringing this up? Y'all got Tourette's. Chevy Chase is a lesbian. Dennis Rodman got a coochie. What? That man said, Sean O'Malley coming for Ryan Garcia. Where did that even come from? We even talking, I ain't saying one word about Sugar, Salt, Sean. I ain't say no Sean's in this stream. They just blurting out stuff. I think they just want Boxingego to respond. So they just be saying anything. I gave Pennywise COVID. What? Matt Borgeson again. Bud personality is the equivalent of picking clovers out of the grass. That's so funny. Boring and a waste of time. By the way, I bought the Crawford pay-per-view twice on DAZN plus on Amazon Prime. See? Matt, he just telling you what it is. A Pain said, Ego, what's up, bro? Just sliding in. Pause. On a vacation with 2 cougars. Man, with the cougars. Let's go. They love you, bro. They said you funny as hell. Man, shout out to the cougars. See, listen. The Bud Buddies be mad, but Boxingego get the most love. The cougars they love Cool Ego. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear the cougars call. Bro, they love Cool Ego. I'm LL Cool Ego. LL Cool J is hard as air. Sucker it. Bro, I'm the new ladies love. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I need a roundaway, girl. You got me shook up, oh, yeah. Bro, I'm the new LL. The ladies love me. So I don't care if the Bud Buddies don't like it. Because the ladies love me. This is from a loon dome. Just to love you better, baby. This is hard to say. I want to make sure I go about this in the right way. Because lately I've been busy a lot. And I know you don't feel appreciated and whatnot. I used to tell you that your hair looked fly. Kiss you slow and stare in your eyes. Now I talk real foul and slick. Every other sentence is you make me sick. Back in the days, I was your number 1 pick. Now your heart's half broken and that's hard to... I'm the new LL. What y'all know? Oh my gosh, bro. That's why I don't care about no pimply faced dude. Some Bud Buddy who broke, didn't pay for the fight, got something to say about Boxingego. When the ladies love Ego. So what y'all talking about, bro? My young sons fantasize of borrowing flows. Tell the shorty with the big mouth, the bank is closed. The symbol on my arms off limits to challenges. You hold a rusty sword, I swing the Excalibur. Stop it. How dare y'all step up in my dimension? Your little should be somewhere crying on detention. I'm the new LL. Stop playing with me. I'm God. What he saying in Too Deep? I'm God. Y'all better stop playing with the king. They can't do it like me. Shout out to Matt Borgeson. If I were a woman and you be singing like that, I'm saying my grandma passed away and getting the hell out of here real talk. What? Nah, bro. He said he killed cannabis. Facts. He said your little should be somewhere crying on detention. Yeah, shout out to LL. Bro, my streams got more personality than Crawford. And Turkey talking about he a mega star. Where? Where the mega star? Y'all lost $10 million. Where the star power at? Where them numbers at? Where they at? Where they at? Isaiah Felix. Isaiah, where the numbers at? Where them Crawford numbers at, bro? They saying he did 100K. Then Turkey, he said he the face of boxing. What? Can a non-fighter even be the face of boxing? I don't even know if that's a thing. Bro, and I'm telling you, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. People are hating on the Canelo Berlanga fight. It wasn't my first choice. I've already made that clear. But here's the thing. Canelo versus Berlanga will do a bigger live gate than Crawford with a loaded undercard. That's what y'all not understanding because y'all delusional. Y'all some liars. Y'all delusional. So here's what I'm saying. Crawford had all the ingredients to try to make him succeed, and it still failed. You had fireworks. You had a car giveaway. You had Eminem gave a mini concert. You had promotional posters everywhere. They were buying ads on Snapchat and Instagram. They were promoting. Remember they did a little cinematic commercial and trailer. You did all that for nothing. And then Crawford, Madrimov, they saying it lost a bunch of money. Canelo Alvarez is fighting a guy that people are quote unquote mad at that he picked, and he'll do more money than that. without the fireworks, without the gimmicks and the lure and all the extra stuff, and Canelo would still do more. Matt Borgeson said, I would rather watch a History Channel documentary on the geometry of the pyramids than listen to a Sleepy Bud interview. He has the personality of a corpse. Wow. Wow. This man, Matt, is going off. He going off. But I told you, boxing is as simple. All we need as boxing fans is simplicity. Give us some banger fights. Give us a cool little DJ. Give us a little lit press conference away, and we cool. We just need some of us, I don't drink, but some of us need some drink. You know, some of us want a couple concessions, get some nachos, get some pizza. You want a slice of pizza and a good fight, you know, some carne asada on the queue if you're doing it at home. Make some carne asada, you know what I mean? Some chicken, and then just some good fights. That's all boxing needs. Doing all this extra and like fake halftime Super Bowl, it doesn't, what does that do? And you know another reason why it's dumb in boxing to do all that is because boxing is too unpredictable. Some people are saying Crawford lost the fight. So imagine pushing and bankrolling all this money for Crawford, and then people are saying he lost. So was the mission even accomplished? If you did all this to try to make Crawford look lit, and then the car still wasn't lit, like it wasn't insanely lit, we'll say it like that, and you spend all this money, and then Crawford's star power didn't grow. PBC didn't even spend all this extra money doing stupid stuff, and they didn't pay Eminem. I think Eminem kind of came out because him and Crawford had a DM exchange, and they just decided to link up. So PBC didn't have to pay Eminem. They probably comped him some tickets or something, but they didn't have to actually pay him to do a concert. He did the cool little ring walk. Everybody liked it, short and sweet. People were like, man, this Eminem set is too long, and the car was already too long. And then they were mad. People were like, oh, I fell asleep at the Eminem concert. So you try to change the formula up, and you try to overcomplicate it. Put 11 fights on the card. It was an 11-hour card. Gave Eminem a whole halftime Super Bowl set, and you just ruined it. Like, it did. None of that actually helped. But then you have a fight like Errol Spence and Crawford. They spent less money on the promotion, less money on flyers and all this other gimmick stuff, and they didn't do like a insanely cinematic movie trailer and all this Netflix documentary or whatever. They didn't do all that, and the fight still made more money. The fight made, I know for a fact, because that fight made a $20 million gate. You're not making a $20+ million gate giving away tickets, thousands of them at that. So good luck. I know what I'm saying is true, therefore I'm always good. The Bud Buddies, they're going to get mad, leave hateful comments. They're going to talk about me, say I'm hating, say I don't know what I'm talking about, say I'm lying. But you guys can't disprove the truth. So I don't really care about it. I don't really care about it. And the great thing about my beautiful state of California, the Golden State, is they release numbers. So mark my words, the day the numbers come out for what this Crawford fight with Madrimov did, live gate, and Boxingego gets his hands on it, y'all dead. Y'all dead meat. I promise you, you are dead meat. If you better hope that, like Dr. Dre Detox album, you better hope and pray that I don't get my hands on that live gate, because I know what it is. And when that number comes out, y'all dead meat. Y'all mince meat, chopped liver. I promise you, because I already know. I've been in boxing long enough. I don't care what y'all talking about. Crawford, great little fighter, but I know them numbers ain't worth nothing. So you better hope and pray that I'm wrong. And you better hope and pray Crawford Madrimov live gate don't come out. You better hope and pray y'all dead meat. I promise you. Dead homies. Y'all dead meat. Tyler Wynn, $5. Thank you. Welcome back, Ego. Absolutely. Matt, $5 again. Eminem. And you notice all the people earlier in the stream, they was hating Like, oh man, no one's watching your stream. Look at all the donations we're getting. See, they don't talk about that. See, they try to broadcast your failures and whisper your successes. Look at all these super chats just for me talking that we're getting. And we got some more cash apps. They're like, oh man, I don't care how many viewers. I don't care if I have 2 people in here. The people love Boxingego and they pay for Boxingego. So we good. But the hater, I want to point it out because the haters, they were like, oh, ego. Oh man, look at your viewers. I don't care about no viewers. Give me my money right. See, I'm the opposite of Crawford in that regard. I'm the opposite of Crawford because y'all care how many people are in this stream. I can't control that. That's YouTube. However many people they send to my live stream, I can't control that. I work on what I can control. And as long as my money right, that's all that really matter. I don't care if there's 2 people in here, but y'all gonna get my money right. Crawford care about the promotion and how many flyers are up, but the money don't look right. The money looking funny under the light. Stop playing. Matt Borgson, Eminem energy just seemed like he didn't want to be there. Also, Kate Beckinsdale's nose. What the happened to it, dude? What the F happened to it? I didn't really see her nose. She was there for Eminem, but not Bud. Facts. See, that's what I'm saying. Boxing is soft. There's a lot of people that y'all making boxing soft. Y'all making boxing look corny. And I'm here to stop all that. I'm Frank Castle. I'm the Punisher, the Bruce Wayne of boxing. You guys are not going to come in here and after years of hard work, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I ain't earned it. People are not going to stop what we doing over here. Shout out to 76 Mark. Salute to the kid with the golden voice. That's my homie, Ego's Army. I promise you. So leave your little hateful comments. See, I talk about Crawford. I'm not talking about him as a man. I'm not talking about his family. I'm talking about boxing, which is my job, and I'm giving you my perspective. They make it about me. Oh, Ego, you suck. Can you be, what that other dude say? Start a family. What does that have to do with Crawford in his flop ass fight that he just did with Madrimov? What is my personal life, who I'm dating and starting family, what that got to do with this weak numbers that's being produced and all the money that they lost? I'm here to talk boxing. Y'all trying to, imagine watching the news station and you telling the news anchor, you should start a family. You suck. Like what? They just telling you the news, just like me. Y'all made boxing look soft. And the funny thing is, Bud don't got no one to blame. He tried to sue Bob Arum and say it was a racial bias. Okay, guess what? You got an advisor from Saudi who's bankrolling you and putting all the money into your project. You still flopping. So it can't be just a racial bias with Top Rank. I'm not saying Top Rank do everything right, but what I am saying is you blame Top Rank and said they were holding you back promotionally. Now you found a person in Turkey who is going to bankroll everything and put the money behind you, and you still didn't produce legendary numbers. Matt says, how funny would it be if Berlanga beat Canelo? What would that do to the sport? And will we see a Canelo-Berlanga trilogy? Hey, we might. Yeah, I mean, it's boxing. Berlanga looked big next to Canelo. I gotta admit that. Bad business, Bud. Turkey don't know the U.S. market. Let's go, bro. And y'all say I don't know boxing. We gonna see. We gonna see, because you're not finna just come into my country, my sport, and then all of a sudden you're gonna force feed. You're gonna force feed the people. You know what I mean? You're going to force feed the people. And tell us who the star is. No, it don't work like that. We tell you who the star is. We the people, we the public. And like I said, Crawford beefing with the media. Like anybody ever noticed, Crawford do interviews with weird people. I know I can't be the only one that noticed that. Like, Crawford don't do an interview with Boxingego, but he'll do an interview with like Bill Bellamy. What? And then here's the thing. I don't care if I ain't done an interview in years probably. I don't even care. Like, don't do an interview with me. I'm not saying it for that reason, but I'm just saying what would do better for your career, even if you don't like me. You can't deny the platform. So doing an interview with Boxingego, I guarantee you is going to do a lot more than doing the interview with Bill Bellamy did for you. Because when I said that, y'all didn't even know he did an interview with Bill Bellamy. Bro, Crawford interview with weird people. He'll do it like he won't do a Boxingego interview, but he'll do it one with Bill Nye the Science Guy. Good luck, you and Bill Nye. Yeah, let Bill Nye sell your fight. Ain't nobody checking for no Bill Nye when it come to boxing. See, boxing, this is my sport. This is my house. This is my house, Kemosabe. You doing interviews with all these like randoms. And Canelo, Crawford gonna do an interview with Dolph Lundgren. What Dolph Lundgren gonna do? What that gonna do? And you talking about the Arrow fight was for the urban community. Bro, I'm the urban community. How about that? Any boxer work with Boxingego, it'll do more for you than doing all these random interviews with non-boxing people. Because people, you have to understand, not every podcast, some fan bases, like I'm not even trying to diss. I'm just telling you what it is. You doing interviews with Ariel Helwani, that's an MMA dude. So Devin Haney and Terence Crawford, they doing interviews with Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour. Cool. I'm not hating. Get your views, But the thing is, when you look at what they saying about Devin Haney in the comment section and what they saying about Crawford in the comment section, it's not looking so good, my guy. You trying to like you rather appease these white folk than to do some other interview because it's the urban community or whatever he was saying. So good luck with that. Good luck to Terence Crawford when it comes to that. Doing these random interviews and thinking that's going to sell your... Like I said, we can agree to disagree. I'm a professional. Do an interview with Boxingego. I'll say my piece respectfully. You say your piece respectfully. We could be at odds or whatever, go our separate ways, whatever. That'll do more for you than doing an interview with, like I said, Weird Al Yankovic and all these other random people. People ain't checking for them for boxing. Book it. Matt Borgenson, I got to ask, did you see Kate Abdo and Sean Porter interaction when she asked him about her favorite song? Like, he got mad rude and hostile. I didn't see that. I don't know what happened. I have to look that up. My man Paulie said, there are people of all races all around. The fight with Israel is bigger than Spence. That's what I'm saying. And then when I point it out and I point out the era, then y'all say I'm hating. I'm not hating. It's just I don't align with that. I don't agree with that. There's no way, shape, form, or fashion, even with the loaded undercard, that the fight was bigger than the Errol Spence fight. And I'm so glad because this just proves that good boxing don't need a bunch of gimmicks. Matt Borgeson, again, they need to work on the announcer chemistry. Them dudes be mad argumentative, facts. Sean needs to get that British energy check. Oh, brutish energy check. I thought they said British at first. Makes it awkward. That's fair play to that. Fair play to that. Bro, and see, this is the thing. The Bud Buddies, they know they're getting cooked because they always get aggressive. That you just proven Boxingego's point. If somebody is talking to you about boxing and your natural innate instinct is aggression or yelling or barking or screaming or over talking, it just shows you lost the argument. Because a real one don't have to do all that. Crawford keep taking shots at YouTubers and like, oh, these stupid YouTubers, y'all listen to fake narrative. You're not proving me wrong though. I'll be the stupid YouTuber, but you still can't prove me wrong. Show me the pay-per-view buys then. Show me the pay-per-view buys. Show me how the fight was profitable. Put that up. Just like when Errol Spence told Crawford, he said, we sent you everything you was looking for. in terms of transparency, and then Errol dared him to post a contract and he didn't do it. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not going to win this one, bro. I'm too intelligent. I'm another level of intelligence, and I have a great memory. So when I'm saying that Crawford is not a pay-per-view attraction, you disagree, that's cool. If you're saying I'm a hater, that's cool. But what is also cool is to tell me what I said that was a lie and why you disagree. These fools can't do that. They just say Boxingego is a hater and a stupid YouTuber. Okay, I'm a stupid YouTuber and I'm a hater. Now that that's cleared, then explain what I said that was wrong. Bud is winning 13 rounds to 0. If you disagree, we can box. So what's up, Sean Porter? I know he didn't say that. I know there's no way he said that. 13 rounds to 0. Shout out to Icy. There's no way he said it. Bro, you guys have to understand, Bud is a great fighter. He makes adjustments on the fly. He got good vision, like field of vision and like eye coordination, things like that. It doesn't take away from what's being said in terms of the star power. People want it their way because they want it their way, but certain things in this world just exist. Like if you put a person in a movie and then every time it flop, hey, it's just what it is. It just keep flopping. This person's movies are flopping. And eventually, if you do that long enough, then people gonna stop putting you in that movie. It's what it is. Now, finally, I'm going to ask y'all, so I just wanted to see who knows they boxing. Does anybody here still think that Terence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez at 168? Let's hear it. Because when I say this stuff, y'all say I'm trolling and stupid and a hater. Like, come on, bro. Shout out to Icy. He said he didn't think that beforehand. Let me tell you, BK, the bare knuckle fight, is a good sport to check out. Ego is pretty much free and always violent, like Bud Crawford interviewed by Press. Yeah, I follow them, so I do see a lot of their stuff. They definitely be having them knockouts. That'd be bloody too. Shout out to Matt. I think he gets stopped by Charlo. And here's the thing. Bud says stuff that goes unchecked because you guys just like Bud, so you don't even examine what he's saying. Listen, I like Bud the fighter, but I'm not going to just somebody tell me their opinion and then I just got to agree with it no matter what. That's not Boxingego. That's why I got great support and great fans. But then there's people that don't like the channel, and I'm good with that. Because I don't want you to like me. If you don't like me and you don't respect my opinion, that's cool. Scram. I don't care. Don't want you. Don't need you. But I'm not going to listen to a person's opinion, which is unsubstantiated, like Crawford saying this fight feels bigger than Madrimov. Nothing about the Madrimov fight felt bigger except for it was in a big soccer stadium. But nothing, when you say bigger, that's kind of like misinformation, because bigger in terms of what? A bigger waste of money. It felt like that. It felt like a bigger waste of money. That's what it felt like. So you should have said that, and I would have agreed with that. It feels like a bigger waste of money. They putting all this money into this event that's not going to be. And see, this is what I think Crawford, Turki and Crawford, they're a match made in heaven, because Crawford feels like this is the recognition that he wants, but from a branding perspective, he hasn't earned that. Nobody else outside of maybe someone like a Turki would be so willing to lose a bunch of money knowing that they can't make up for it with the event. So it's like a match made in heaven. Bud wants people to coddle him and over promote and overpay him and then lose money on the event. And that's why he's mad at probably like the Boxingegos of the world and the Bob Arums of the world, because Bob is going to tell you straight up, Terence Crawford, he's a terrific fighter, but I lose money every time that Crawford fights. Bud don't want to hear that. It's the truth, though. I truly believe that's Bob Arum. I'm not saying he always tells the truth. I'm not saying that. But I think that was the truth. See, because the thing is, I think Bob Arum, he be telling some lies. We know that. But Bob Arum, some of the stuff he don't have a reason to lie about. And I think when you're leaving him, that's when he just floor it and he don't care because he knows you leaving him. So then he'll just come out with that he's always been thinking, but he didn't want to say because y'all had a working relationship. When you look at how he did Crawford and you look at how he did Shakur, he knew that they likely weren't re-signing to Top Rank at the point where they left. So that's where he started coming out, like shortly before that, when they're at odds, like, because Shakur still had a contract to fight with Arum, but Shakur was like speaking out about how Top Rank sabotaged him and blackballed him. And when it gets that friction, then I think Bob loses his filter. So earlier in the career of Crawford, he wasn't going to say that because the relationship was more peaceful. But then it got to a point where Crawford was trying to, not take fights, or his lawyer sending lawyers at Bob, and it was like clearly not the same relationship. That's when Bob Arum don't give a anymore. I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills and I lost money. Like that's where the censor is gone. But I don't think Bob was lying there. I think he really was losing money. He just don't give about protecting Crawford's peace anymore because he knows Crawford's leaving, so he just come out with it. That's what I think happened. So these people will say whatever they want about me or Bob Arum, but they like, oh, Ego, you're a hater. Buy Bud's pay-per-view. Why? What? Like, how is it easier for you to argue with a person that's a hater? That's what y'all saying. Than it is to support what you like. Think about what I just said to you. Think about, they would rather argue with the Bud hater. That's what they're calling me. Fine, whatever. You would rather argue with the person that doesn't see it your way or is a hater or whatever label you throw on me than to actually support the person that they're trying to defend. You see how stupid these people are? The Bud buddies? What sense does that make? If I'm such an egregious hater, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're putting money in my pockets by watching my content and leaving me comments. This is of benefit to me. But then you're making Crawford's fight a disaster and a flop by not buying his pay-per-view. So you would rather argue with me and say I'm stupid and all this stupid stuff and inadvertently be supporting me rather than to just say, hey, Ego sucks, man. I'm buying Bud's pay-per-view. I want you to leave. If you don't like the channel, I want you to leave. Please leave. But they won't leave. They like termites. They like parasites. They just won't leave. They're leeches. Cool. I'm a hater. I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, leave us be and go buy Bud's pay-per-view. But they don't want to do that. You know why? Because leaving a comment on this platform is free. Buying Bud's pay-per-view is $70, $80. You're not willing. You want to argue that Bud's a star, but not for $80. You little termites, you little twerps. You listen to what I said. You know that you could come to Boxingego and kick up dust for free. But then you don't want to spend the $80 on Crawford Madrimov, but then you're telling me that it's a big fight. Okay, then show me your receipt. Show me that you paid $80 for it, and I'll stand corrected. But the Bud Buddies won't do that because they broke twerps and they're not really supporting and they're illegally streaming it or not watching it, but they just want to be in the comment section. I would never, ever do that to anything I support. Like, there's restaurants that I personally like. I don't care what the Yelp reviews say. The family's cool. It's a mom and pop shop. The food is amazing. I'm supporting that restaurant. I don't care if Yelp says it's the worst restaurant ever. That's who I am. These dudes, they want to fight to the death in the comment section for free. But where are they where it actually counts, which is salvaging Bud's name as a pay-per-view draw in buying his event? You would think if the Bud Buddies like joined forces like Voltron, Crawford's pay-per-view numbers would definitely be better. But they're too weak to do that or too broke to do that, so they only choose the free option. You know what? The Bud Buddies are like the people on the plane when they're coming around, and they only do the free snacks, in-flight snacks. That's the Bud Buddies. Leeches. Like, they want a cookie or a ginger ale as an in-flight snack, but if they're on a certain airline, and let's say the same in-flight snack actually costs money, then they're like, nah, I'll just starve. They're going to starve on the plane because they're not going to actually pay. Now, if you're giving it to them for free, then they want the in-flight snacks because they're leeches. But they're not going to pay for it. Me, I'm a different breed. If I'm hungry in a flight, I don't care. Give me the ginger ale. I don't care if it's going to run me $5, $10 or whatever. I don't care about that. I'll make that in super chat. I'm Boxingego. I'll make that in super chats alone. That is like, that ain't nothing to me. So the Bud Buddies, y'all down bad. Buy his fights. Don't say nothing to Boxingego. Just buy his fights. That's all I'm asking you to do. And like, it got worse. The Errol Spence numbers did like so. Let me get this straight. Bud feels that PBC didn't roll out the red carpet enough and promote it well, but the fight didn't lose $10 million and it did 600,000 pay-per-view buys roughly. This fight, they saying did 70 to 100 with all this promotion and a star-studded undercard. Come on, bro. So what is the better business? Listen, I'm gonna ask the fans. Who made the better business? PBC versus Errol Spence, Crawford making that fight? Or Crawford Madrimov in Turkey in Riyadh season? Let me know right now. What fight represented better business, Spence Crawford or Crawford Madrimov? PBC. So PBC or Turkey? Okay, everyone's saying PBC. So that's what you guys don't understand. You can come in and spend a bunch of money and bankroll. You're not like Turkey had a dope commercial for Crawford Madrimov, but that doesn't translate into everyone bought a ticket then. So what did you even do that for? Why did you do that? So like, yes, the commercial was dope. Coming from an editor and a director and a DP, it was dope. It was well put together. But I think the difference is the more seasoned promoters in America, like Golden Boy and PBC and Top Rank, they're able to see that doing all this extra gimmicky stuff doesn't really have a major, it doesn't have like a major impact on the desire of the fight, where like people watched that Crawford Madrimov trailer and everybody said it was dope. but that didn't translate into sales. Hugo, you're full of John Williams sent $5 in the Cash App. Let's go. B-side Bud and his fans are welfare queens, says John Williams. This man, Hugo, says the problem was that Madrimov was a complete unknown. Oh my God. These dudes are delusional. Edgar Berlanga is unknown to the masses. Canelo fight will make more money and more sense than this fight. Tank Davis fought Frank Martin, who's a great fighter that boxing fans know, but he's not a household name, and the fight represented better business, right? Tank fought Rolly when he had like 15, 16 fights, who then really wasn't a big name, and it set a Barclay record. Canelo fought Billy Joe Saunders in Texas. Ain't nobody knew who Billy Joe Saunders was outside of diehard boxing fans, and he did 70,000 people in Texas because of Canelo. So Hugo's full of and he's saying, oh, it's Madrimov's fault. So the Bud Buddies are delusional, bro. They think no matter how no matter how many things that are fails for Crawford, it's never Crawford's fault. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, somehow it's everybody else's fault. Good luck going through life like that. Now he's saying, oh, it's because of Madrimov. Madrimov's the B-side. So why now the B-side? Bro, these dudes are idiots. Now the B-side got to sell the fight because the A-side can't? Floyd Mayweather fought Berto, which wasn't a super desired fight at the time. It did like 500K, 550. Crawford, he just told you it's the Crawford era. So it's the Crawford era, but then the fight flops and then you blame Madrimov. Bro, these people, I don't know if you got dropped on the head as a baby, but this is looking crazy. This is looking crazy. There's been so many times where Canelo, half of people Canelo's been fighting recently, Canelo had to carry the card because he's picking whoever he want to pick. They blaming the guy from Uzbek that don't speak the greatest English. They putting the onus on him instead of Crawford, who just came off the Errol Spence. Y'all pathetic, bro. Y'all are truly pathetic. Now it's the B-side got to sell it. This is like truly pathetic stuff. Now they blaming the B-side. Oh, man. I blame Madrimov. What? It said Crawford Madrimov. He got top billing. And here another oh my God, I'm done. I feel like I'm losing brain cells when I talk to Bud Buddies. I swear to you. Here's the other thing. You're gonna blame Madrimov, but guess what? So now Bud is the B-side. I never said Bud was block him. That was so stupid. Did anyone hear me say that Bud was the B-side? Yes or no? Did I say that Bud was the B-side? Apparently, Bud Buddies, they dropped out of high school. They have no comprehension skills. I never once said Bud was the B-side in this Madrimov fight. Never said that. So you just made that up. So you must be blocked for lying. Matt Borgensen. I'll say Canelo versus UFC on September 14th is quite the move. I'm going to watch the Sphere card. Unfortunately, Canelo undercard to me is meh. I actually am not mad. I actually want to see Denny Garcia and Lara. Anyway, let's not let that distract us. The bottom line is this. Just Crawford, he's not a big ticket. It's what it is. But here's the thing. They're blaming Madrimov, right? You picked him. How do you pick? Listen, how do you pick something? Nobody asked for that fight. Nobody, I didn't see before the fight was announced, I didn't see anyone say, oh, by golly, I want Crawford to fight Madrimov. So how do you blame the mother that you picked? You see how stupid this is? They're blaming Madrimov for lackluster. Oh, that's because no one knew Madrimov. Who told you to pick Madrimov? So that is another reason why it doesn't make sense. You picked Madrimov. You picked LA. You and Turkey. This was what you guys decided. That's no one else's fault but you. So don't pick, if you're going after star power and, hey, we got to fill up a soccer stadium, how about put it in a venue that actually makes more sense? Because no one knows Madrimov. Or how about, hey, we're trying to fill up a soccer stadium, so we have to have a fight against a person that's known. How about that? Y'all blaming Madrimov, but they're the ones that picked Madrimov. You guys sound like pure idiots. That's like me marrying a girl and I'm like, oh, but she a hoe. Why? If you knew she was a hoe, why would you marry her? I'm done. I can't. I'm too smart for this. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to either pay me or something gotta give. Because I'm too smart for this. Like, I'm literally, bro, if you knew was a hoe and you married her, whose problem is that? Oh, she cheated on me because she a hoe. Oh, if you knew she was a woe, if you knew she was a 304, then why did you marry her? Nobody forces you, like, and I don't want to get into semantics about other countries. I'm talking about in America, marriage is optional. You don't have to get married to somebody. I'm not talking about some tribe in Africa where they have a ceremonial thing and they force you to marry who they want. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about America, democracy. You don't have to get married. So was a slut. Oh, she a whoa. Why did you marry her then? Why did you marry the 304 then? And say, oh, she promiscuous. She started OnlyFans. That's your problem. No one told you to marry her. So again, why did Turkey and Crawford pick Madrimov and then put it in a soccer stadium if it was Madrimov's fight and nobody knew him? Nobody told you. You trying to evade PBC and evade working with Al Heyman, and you got with some people that don't know the infrastructure of America, and they thought that loading up a card and throwing a bunch of money at it was going to do the trick, and then putting Eminem on it was going to do the trick, and then it didn't work. Talking about it's Madrimov's fault. Nobody told you pick this muff. And then Crawford logic. Madrimov got a belt. I told you, belts don't matter. Nobody care about that. Ryan Garcia, he pissed away $600,000 to fight Devin Haney and not fight for a belt because he missed weight. Y'all stupid. You want me to be wrong, but you're too stupid to admit that I'm right. Talking about, oh, Madrimov got a belt. Ain't nobody care about no belt. Tank fought Ryan for no belt at a catchweight, and it did more money than this Crawford Madrimov card with no belt. Block easy to great. I don't even drink. You sound stupid. Everything I say is coherent. I'm not slurring, and you sound stupid. He said I sound drunk. Plot twist. I don't even drink. I don't even drink anymore. I ain't had a sip of alcohol in several years. Do you understand how stupid the Bud Buddies are? I am cooking, speaking perfect English, no mess ups, one take, and they come in with stupid stuff. Oh, you sound drunk. What makes me sound drunk? When all of my English is perfect. I'm speaking eloquently. it makes sense. This ain't Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago, what are you talking about? I ain't saying one thing that don't make sense. The bottom line is y'all picked Madrimov. Don't complain about, oh, it's Madrimov can't sell. You picked him. Oh, it's because of Madrimov. You picked a soccer stadium, and you picked Crawford as the main event, and you picked Madrimov. Live with the results. And you also picked the person who's not going to promote. Live with the results. Ego, you dropping too many jewels on the Buttercup's head. They can't keep up. Facts. Pointing out facts must equal drunk now. And then now, after an abysmal financial loss fight in Crawford Madrimov, they think they can dictate to Canelo. This is just stupid. You think you could dictate to a man who has all the belts but one, who's done more with a better resume than Terence Crawford? Like, people, bro, it's delusional. The Bud Buddies are the most delusional currently in boxing. They're like, oh, but wait, Bud's a 4-division champion. Guess what, you dumb son of a... So is Canelo Alvarez. Huh? Y'all didn't see that one coming. So there's nothing you could say that really means a damn that Canelo hasn't already done. You could say, oh, but he just became a 4-division champ. Canelo's been done that in 2019 when he fought Sergey Kovalev. And Canelo knocked out Kovalev, something that others couldn't do, like Jean Pascal. And Bud had a tough fight, and some people are saying he lost. That doesn't give you carte blanche to dictate to Canelo. You're like, oh, but Bud is he's been undisputed. Canelo's been undisputed. You know, Bud's been it twice. Okay. But you got it twice. The first time was in Dongo. Ain't nobody worried about that. So Canelo's been undisputed. Canelo's a 4-division champion. Canelo puts more butts in the seats and does better numbers. And Crawford has no fight ever that did over 1 million. Book it. I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. Book it. Crawford, I'm going to say it again. Crawford has 0 fights on pay-per-view that has done over 1 million. Canelo got several. Book it. His best numbers and probably his best check was on PBC versus Errol Spence, and it didn't hit 100. It didn't hit 1 million pay-per-views. It didn't even do better than Canelo versus Caleb Plant, which almost hit 1 million. Y'all don't know jack. I'm what counts in this boxing game. Try to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. That's why I couldn't wait to do this live. I ain't done a live in months. That's why I'm cooking y'all. I'm cooking y'all almost 3 hours. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know jack. I'm what counts. Dude's telling me, oh, but there's nothing you can argue that puts Crawford in the driver's seat to Canelo. He's not more popular, doesn't have a better resume. The things he's just now doing, Canelo has been done too, like 4-division champ. And they're not giving away all the tickets at Canelo fights like they're doing for Bud. Whether we like it, I didn't want the Berlanga fight for real, for real. I didn't really want the Jaime Munguia fight for real. But there's no denying that people are still going out to see this. Crawford Madrimov weigh-in looked weak. It looked weak. Canelo, look at his weigh-ins with Bivol and stuff. It looked like a crowd. Like, it's just what it is. Look at Crawford Bivol. Bivol, ain't nobody knew who Bivol was like that outside of hardcores. And Canelo drew a crazy crowd with him and did more money with Bivol in Vegas. Crawford Madrimov weigh-in looked weak. Bro, the Bud Buddies, y'all down bad, bro. And I like it because every time y'all say I'm hating, I'm going to come stronger. I'm about to come with more heat. Do not change the station. Boxingego is coming. Canelo is a bigger star than Crawford. The fight at 68 looks stupid. Canelo said he's not doing the catch weight with Crawford. He says, I'm not going down to 60. I can't make that weight. So you have nothing that you could really even offer Canelo. For real, for real. Nothing. He won't get credit. So I'm not even mad. Now, Canelo Benavidez asking for all this money, that's something different. Bud said, I can't let my Mexican fans down. Shout out to my man Luis. Bro, Canelo in the driver's seat. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. When it come to Bud, I never even want to see that fight like that. Y'all the ones that want to see that. And then, like, what's the game plan now? Just keep talking about Canelo? Try to reverse psychology? This could...
Give me a chance. Yo, give me a chance. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Big boss. Give me a chance. 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 Give me.
You just gonna keep saying that to Canelo Alvarez? Give me a chance. Give me a chance. I'm telling you, bro. It is what it is. Crawford, great fighter, is not translating into sales. You're not going to make it what you want just because you want it. And then, like, with Turkey taking shots at Canelo, they may never work together. For real, for real. Maybe they don't ever work together. And to be honest, that's a super bad play for Turkey. That's a super bad play because Canelo, trust me, I went to war with Canelo fans on the channel for years whenever I said something truthful about Canelo that the fans didn't like. And there's some ravenous there's some persistent Canelo has a real fan base, unlike Crawford. He got real fans that will argue with you night and day. So for Turkey to be like not having great relationships with the two biggest names in boxing, Gervonta Davis and Canelo Alvarez. I would rather have Canelo and Gervonta Davis than 8 Crawfords from a business perspective. Business is business. What don't you understand about that? Business is business. Canelo and Tank gonna put butts in seats. Bud got some fans that love to argue too, but his fans like to argue too, but then don't buy his fights and don't go to his fights. They're not buying tickets. Canelo fans is wearing headbands, painting their face and dyeing their hair red. I've been to Canelo shows. I could show you the Amir Khan crowd was crazy, and I thought it was pretty much a dumb fight for Canelo. The LA crowd, the Vegas crowd was crazy. But when you seen somebody wear a do-rag to a Crawford weigh-in because Crawford wearing a do-rag. But then when you get these other fan bases, like true fan bases, you see Mayweather, people had the TMT hats, right? People had the money team shirts. You see people like Canelo and Chavez, they wearing headbands for Chavez or Mexican flag. They bringing big old Mexican flags to Canelo fight. Ain't nobody bringing no Omaha flag or wearing Cornhusker shirts and wearing do-rags because of Crawford. It's just what it is. It is what it is. And I know it makes y'all mad, but it's the truth. You trying to make Bud, as dynamic he is as a fighter, you trying to make him that as a star, and it's not. Tell these Cornhuskers to buy his pay-per-views. How about that? What's the population for Omaha? Like, why didn't Warren Buffett go to his show? How come Gabrielle Union don't go to his show? They from Omaha? I ain't never seen Gabrielle Union at a Crawford show. I ain't never seen Warren Buffett at a Crawford show outside of Omaha. Well, how come? Why didn't Warren Buffett go see the Eminem concert in L.A.? See, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody. Warren Buffett got so much bread. Why don't he go out his way to see Crawford? He'll only go maybe if it's in Omaha. He not taking that trip. The population is 485K. Okay, bro. Why they ain't buying this? Okay, hold on. They said the Omaha pop is 485K. So I'm gonna take that down. Let's say 85,000 of them is children, so they wouldn't be able to order. That's still 400K. Why he doing 70,000 to 100,000 on pay-per-view? Where, like, Omaha, y'all gotta do something, bro. Warren Buffett, he on Firestick, watching Crawford. Bro, Warren Buffett worth $1 trillion, and he on goddamn Stream East and Firestick instead of ordering the Crawford fight. Ain't that about a bit? Bro, tell me why Warren Buffett on Stream East, dead homies. Why Warren Buffett worth that much, but then he on Firestick to win Crawford fight? Dead homies. Why he on Firestick, but he worth $1 trillion? My boy Warren. Warren out here, bro. Man, come on. The Bud Buddies think they gonna leave angry comments at me. Warren Buffett on the stick, worth $1 billion. Bro, Firestick Warren. Yeah, shout out to my boy Firestick Warren. My boy Firestick Warren out here. He like, man, I'll catch that on the stick. Feel me? My boy Warren Buffett said, feel me? Boosting Buffett. He out here boosting Bud's fights. Illegally. Shout out to Firestick Warren. What y'all talking about? Talking about Crawford the star, but the richest person from Omaha ain't even going to the fights or nothing. They say Warren Buffett read like 85 books a day. He reading books. He ain't worried about Crawford. He reading books right now. Gabrielle Union rather pay D Wade and that kid nails. Hey, yo. Come on, bro, with that fingernail paint. Come on, bro. He said, I hate my crowd. Y'all so funny. He said Gabrielle Union painting fingernails. I'm done. No comment. Y'all tripping with that fingernail stuff. Bro, it is what it is. And like I said, Turkey beefing with Canelo, that's not a good. Now Canelo fans are turning on Turkey. How you going to take over America and then you turning off the fans? And you saying you the face of boxing? It's just not a good way to come in the game. Like, you've been in the game for about 6 months and you're going at one of the biggest stars in boxing. You know what I mean? That's just, I don't see the play. Now, I don't know. It's possible Turkey got so much money he don't care. Maybe he don't care. He don't care if Canelo mad and he never worked. I don't know. But see, this is another thing. People were saying Turkey was saving boxing. So if you're here to save boxing, starting beefs is not saving boxing. It's like, instead of bridging the gap, it's burning the bridge. So how's that saving boxing? Listen to what I just said. My speech is impeccable. I'm the most ferocious. I'm the most determined. There's nobody that ever been like me. Bro, listen. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. I'm ferocious. I want his heart. I want to eat his kid. Listen to what I said. Turkey, as Crawford's advisor or whatnot, is supposed to be bridging the gap, not burning the bridge. He's waging war on Canelo in the media and social media. That gets Crawford even further from a Canelo fight. So how is that the best thing for boxing? Then you're starting, Canelo he's always had the Mexican date since Floyd. And then you're hosting your own event with the UFC, intentionally competing with Canelo and saying we're going to eat you, which is probably why Canelo didn't want to take a meeting with you. I would imagine. I'm not Canelo, but if somebody's saying they're going to destroy you and eat you and like mess up your business, then why would he want to meet with you? You see what I'm saying? So I don't see what people are saying in terms of this is saving boxing and he only wants the best for the fighters and stuff. How do you want Crawford is only calling out Canelo incessantly, but you having a personal beef, that's emotion. So if you're having a personal beef with Canelo, that's not getting Crawford closer to his end game, which is to showcase himself with Canelo. So I don't understand what people are saying. They're saying, oh, he just wants what's best and the best fights. Okay, so why would you beef with the one guy that Crawford is saying he does want to fight? And then meanwhile, you got Crawford versus Boots, which is a great fight to make. And then we're not hearing enough talk about that. And Crawford's team is saying, oh, why should we fight Boots? And it's funny because what Crawford is complaining that Canelo is doing to him, he's doing to Boots. Canelo's like, why should I fight Crawford? What do I gain from that? I'm Canelo. Bud is doing the same thing to Boots. He's saying, who is this kid? I've done more than this kid. He got gifted a belt. What's in it for me? Why do I need to fight Boots? So the parallels are right there. What Canelo is doing to you that you have a problem with, you're doing to Boots Ennis. You're saying the Boots fight don't make sense and I don't really gain nothing. It's a lose-lose for me. Well, surprise. Canelo's saying the same thing as you. But the Bud Buddies are so emotionally immature and stupid that they only see the fault in Canelo doing it. And they say, oh, Canelo, that must mean he's ducking. But then they would never say Crawford is ducking Boots. But only Canelo, who's doing the exact same thing, Canelo's ducking, in their mind, Crawford. And here's the caveat. Boots and Crawford are closer than you think than Crawford and Canelo at 168. You see what I'm saying? Like Boots is at 47 and looking like the best guy at 47 left. So him to move to 54, which he said he would do for Crawford, is not as far-fetched as Crawford skipping 160 and going all the way to 168 to fight Canelo. So, yeah, man, it's not going to be what y'all want. Anyway, I'm about to get something to eat. I'll holla.